Did you ever go down to the beach?
Pardon?
Did you ever go down on the beach? Years ago, where, you know, sort of, about that time, about 1914, 18. Did you go on the beach?
On the beach?
Yes.
No.
You didn't go down to the seaside?
Oh, no, not then.
No. Only the play they're doing is down at the seaside.
I remember the first Zeppelin coming over.
Oh, yes.
I do remember that. And we stood outside on the mountain hill looking up at it, you know, going over.
Yeah.
And I think we'd got hardly any planes, not for use, not then. You see, not till they got going.
Well, no.
No.
Were you living in Corston then, were you?
Living in Corston?
Yeah.
Yes.
What, down on the marketplace?
Oh, yes.
In a little shop?
Oh, yes. Down at the King's Head, you know.
Yeah.
We lived there.
Because grandfather, he went off to the First World War, didn't he?
Yeah. I rode down Saul Park to clear the box down there to get the letters from Saul Hall. And then that was 9 o'clock at night. And we couldn't have a light on our bicycles, only we had a gas lamp and there was just about the size of a sixpence cut in it.
Yeah.
That was all the light we could have. And I held my hand like that and I couldn't see it. Through Saul Park, all alone.
Was that an electric light?
What about now?
Oh, no, shouldn't want to do it now.
That wasn't electric though, was it? That wasn't an electric light.
No, gas.
Gas, what? Carbide?
Yes, that was carbide lamp.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yes, carbide lamp.
What sort of clothes did you wear? What sort of clothes did you wear?
Oh, just ordinary clothes, you know.
Long?
Waterproof and not trousers.
No, did you have longish skirts?
Oh, yes. Yes, they were long then. Yeah.
Well, how did you manage on a bicycle with a long skirt?
Well, you had the bicycle and that was all right. You got so used to it. You see that?
Yes.
Yeah, the crossbar wasn't like that, it was like that. Or must be.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
You're always doing something at school, aren't you?
Well, your picture's up on the wall at the school. They've done the family tree, you see.
Yeah.
And,
We've got a photograph of you as a young lady. There's a photograph of you as a young lady on the wall at school.
Oh?
Yes, Victor's mum had got it and we took it down to school and that's...
Where'd you find it then?
Vic's mum had it.
Oh.
I expect that was at grandfather's.
Oh, yeah.
But were there any cars about then? Cars?
No. Very few. Let me see, that was during the First World War. I think that I remember the first car coming into Corston.
Mm.
And that was one of the fellows from Haviland Hall, because their family name was Fellows, you see. That was Lord de Ramsden, and their family name was Fellows, you see.
Yeah.
And I think, if I remember right, this son married an American heiress or something, and she bought him a car for a wedding present, you see. Yeah.
So how people used to get about by horse and cart?
They used to have a little pony and trap, you see. Yes. And you could hear that coming.
Yeah.
I mean, clip-clop, you know, all the way.
Yeah.
You'd hear them coming all right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, lovely.
Yeah.
And there's trains in Corston then, weren't there?
Yeah.
Because you had 2 stations then, and you had Bluestone. You had 2 stations in Corston.
Yes.
Bluestone and...
Corston and Bluestone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did
Yeah.
you go on the train at all?
I used to have to take the bag to the station.
Oh, with all the letters in?
With the letters,
Yeah.
yes. I used to have to take the bag to the station at night, you see. I've had to sit there sometimes nearly an hour waiting for the train because you couldn't rely on them, you see.
Can't rely on them now.
I haven't changed. But did you travel on the train anyway? Can you remember travelling on the train?
Travelling in the train?
Yeah.
Well, yes, we never went anywhere else.
Where
If
did
we
you
wanted
go?
to go Elsham or Eton or anywhere,
Oh, cool.
or Norwich or anywhere, that was the train, you see.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
What else you got on your list, Alex? What did you used to do in the evenings?
There wasn't any even. I didn't leave off till here at about 10 o'clock at night. Because I used to do the afternoon round,
Oh, I
you
see.
see.
Yeah.
And then I used to do the village in the afternoon, and up to Coston Manor, and then, of course, they used to have so much tea time and that off, and then go on duty again. And,
I see.
yeah. And then down at the shop, you see, when there was I don't know how that was, but I used to come in sometimes, and everywhere I walked, there'd been puddles of water running off my... Well, you know, that was an oily coat, you see.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it was Macintosh for you. No, I had a double thick one, you see. My boss got me double thick one there.
Yes.
And so the water used to run up it, you see.
Yes.
Everywhere I walked, you'd see puddles of water. You wouldn't know anything about that today, would you?
Well, I don't know. I do still run off coats because I don't, you know, it does rhyme. It's always the same problem.
Well, one new one, it soak into it.
Yeah. Doesn't matter.
Well, yes, you never saw the bathing machines at Cromer then?
No. Well, I have seen them, but not. I didn't see them during the war, but I have seen them bathing machines, you see. Because they used to push them down to the sea, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
They got changed.
Yeah.
It's because there's a fella in
But I've never been in one.
No.
You didn't used to go and have a swim then?
No. No, we didn't learn swimming at school then, you know.
No.
How old were you when you left school?
How old?
Yeah.
Not 11.
So you'd finished school by 11?
Well,
I'm 13.
I had some accidents. That year, I was 10, you see, and we were studying, practicing for the anniversary at the chapel, and we had to go down, you know, during the week.
Yeah.
And we went. That was upstairs then, where the choir used to sit.
Yes.
And of course we must go up there. There was no one there about. And there was a girl. I was coming walking down like that, sliding my arm along the banister, and someone said, "Here comes Mrs. Hard." And the one behind me, she bundled me, and I went down onto it, you see. And this pitch pine post at the bottom, that was sharp, that was sort of cut round, you see, went into my arm here. And so I went and sat down in the seat a little while, and I thought, well, my arm feels wet. And I looked, and there was all blood. She had a cotton frock on, and I went home, and I don't know whether anyone took me home, whether I just went home, because I wasn't far.
No.
And then my mother got, who was it she sent me? She got someone to take me down to the rectory, because the old rector was, used to do things, you see,
Yes,
put
yes.
plasters on me. But when he said, no, I can't do anything yet, he was going to the doctor's. So she got my uncle to get a horse and trap and take this woman and me to the doctor's at Elsham.
Yeah.
And when he looked, there's 5 stitches round here. He stitched that. There was no anaesthetic then.
Oh.
And that was a gold needle, gold thread, and that was a sort of a flat needle. And you know a sack needle?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, a small type of sax needle, if you know what I mean, sort of. Yeah. And he kept sticking that into my arm like that, and I screamed and screamed. And he said, don't make all that noise. He said, you'd frighten that young man outside. And anyway, that he'd up in about a fortnight. Because people kept, people kept telling me that, because they were very kind, they say, that'll hatch a lot more when that come out.
Oh, yes.
Because I was dreading getting them coming out. Well, when he came about a fortnight after to the King's Head, and he said to my mother, he said, have you got a sharp pair of scissors? She said, no, she said, I can go and get you a pair just across the, Miss May's the dressmaker, so I'll go and buy her a pair. Because soon as she was out of the house, he out with his scissors and took them out, you see. He wanted to get rid of hair, you see.
Yeah.
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 But I didn't hardly feel them when they come out.
No.
No.
No. Good job.
Yeah. But they healed up. That healed up well.
Mm.
And he said if that had been a quarter of an inch higher, I was to bled to death.
Oh.
That was nearly to the main artery, you see.
Yes. Yeah. Oh goodness.
So that's when you left school, was it? Just about that time?
And so then, now that same year, I had scarlet fever. And then there was a new schoolmaster come, and they kept telling me that he was ever so strict and all this, and so I didn't go to school anymore.
Oh.
I went for holiday in London instead. I went and stayed at my aunt's in London for about 3 months. My cousin came, mother's cousin that was, she came down and stayed at Corpus Theatre, her sisters, and so she said, would you like to come back to London with me for a holiday? And so, of course, I said I would, so I went back and I stayed there for 3 months.
Lovely.
So I didn't go back to school anymore, you see, after that, because we weren't forced to go then.
Mm-hmm.
No.
No.
But after that, because they had to go like 14. Now they go less 16, don't they?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
14.
Yeah.
So you left school then, Dan?
Yeah.
What do you remember about London then? What do you remember about London?
What did I do about London?
Or what do you remember about London
What do
when
I
you,
remember?
when you stay up there?
My cousin used to take me about. She used to take me. I saw the Houses of Parliament and the Tower of London, all those sort of places she'd take me to, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Lots of horse-drawn cabs and things about then, I expect.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yes, there was no motors then, you
No.
see. No. Yeah.
I think that seemed a long way on the train, didn't it? I think that seemed a long way on the train when you went to London.
Went to London, that
Yeah.
seemed a long way, yeah. Yeah, it seemed a long way, but of course you're so interested in the scenery as you went along.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh. What else you got asking me?
Because you see, now like in school, Aunt Bessie, she paid, they used to pay a penny a week in the infant room and twopence a week in the big room.
Yeah.
Well, she paid both, you see. She was 6 years older than me. Well, then Jack, your grandfather, you know, and he paid in the infant room, but when he went in the big room, they'd stopped that payment, you see.
Yes.
And because I never did pay at all, because they'd stopped it altogether by the time I went. Yeah. But I went, I was in an infant room, and I went through, I didn't go in that was standards then,
Yes.
and see, there was so many classes in the infant room. Well, then I went from that into standard 2. I missed standard 1. I went in standard 2.
Yes.
And then I went standard 3. And then I jumped standard 4 and went into 5. And I'd been at the 7th before I left. That was the last standard.
Good gracious. Well, is it alright, do you think? Will it be enough?
And of course, you lived in Colston all your life, haven't
Yeah,
you? How many years is that? How many years is that?
100. Nearly 100.
Yeah. I think that's fantastic.
Seen
Of
lots.
course, I was in business in London too, yeah.
You've seen lots of changes then, haven't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Colston, see, I don't know Colston now. I don't know hardly anybody in Colston now.
No.
I mean, there's so many strangers.
Well,
See,
so
in the
yeah.
years ago, I mean, that was just like a family of this, you know, and they stopped in their own parishes, you see. They didn't go into
No.
different places.
No.
They didn't go to Norwich to work or anything. They had to work on the farms and that sort of thing, you see.
Yes.
Well, so, Colston at that time was virtually self-sufficient, wasn't it? You know, they had everything in Colston.
Yes.
The bakery and...
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, that was a lot better. Yeah.
And... still.
Because the bread then was so different to what it is now. I mean, Mr. Long used to have a baked bread, you know, and that was lovely. That was beautiful bread. But Ain't the same now.
No.
What ain't the same? See, it's machine made now, and
Yes, it is.
yeah.
Yes, it is.
What else do you want to know? What sort of food did you have when you were a little girl?
Food?
Yeah.
Oh, well, we had plain food. We had beef or chicken or pork or whatever it was, you see. We always had good food.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.